Delight. Welcome to Dr. Bummy Able TV, where we inspire and inform you endlessly, with knowledge to guide, uplift, and grow. Thank you for joining, it's a journey, let's go. To all the new subscribers, welcome aboard. We're so glad you're here, there's so much in store. Returning friends, thank you once again. Together we'll learn and share the game. From wisdom to insight, each video's a gift, helping you rise, giving your spirit a lift. So hit that subscribe, stay tuned to see all the great things on Dr. Bummy Able TV. To all the new subscribers, welcome aboard. We're so glad you're here, there's so much in store. Returning friends, thank you once again. Together we'll learn and share the game. To all the new subscribers, welcome aboard. We're so glad you're here, there's so much in store. Returning friends, thank you once again. Together we'll learn and share the game. Dr. Bummy Able TV here for you. Inspire, educate, inform. That's what we do. Thanks for being part of this growing family. Let's keep shining together in unity.
Hello, and hello again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this powerful, much needed conversation. I'm your host, your moderator for today, Bumi Abel, and I'm truly excited to explore a topic that touches all generations, but is understood by very few people, and that is purpose, ambition, and money. So let's hear from the perspective of Gen Zs. We've gone through a few topics in the past few weeks. This is the fourth edition or fourth part of the series, and it's going to be our final one for now. So we live in a world where the definition of success is shifting. You know, from the older generation, success may have meant climbing the career ladder or owning a home or having a stable pension. But for many Gen Zs, success may look like freedom, impact, flexibility, alignment with personal values, being influential on social media. And let's be honest, that shift has actually caused some confusion and frustration and even concern among parents, teachers, leaders, and mentors who don't understand why this generation seems to be changing the rules. So, tonight or this evening, we're not here to debate or dismiss. We're here to listen and not judge. We're here to learn to bridge the gap, and let's uncover what drives the Gen Zs, how they see ambition, what purpose means to them, and how they relate to money and success in ways that may challenge the traditional thinking. Thank you for being here again. Please remember to write your comments, share this with somebody. Let's have a respectful dialogue with our Gen Zs. Let us go. So I have today GTT, and somebody has actually just informed me that, oh, actually, they are going to be joining soon. I mean, one of the speakers I was expecting. So, whilst we have GTT here and the internet behaves itself, we would. So, welcome here, GTT.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much. You're going to be a voice of the Gen Zs today. You're the one here at the moment, so let's hope others will join. But if not, we will, listen and not judge. And we just want to know, what does living with purpose mean to you personally? Living with purpose.
Thank you, ma. Living in purpose or living with purpose or living by purpose means living in the will of God. Living in the ordained purpose, like plan of God for a person's life. We have different way of life, we have different beliefs, we have different tradition, culture, and a lot more. But living by purpose or living with purpose, so some people is living is me fulfilling what I wish or what I want to become. But to me personally, or the question says me, to me, it means living according to the will of God, according to the plan and purpose of God for one's life.
Thank you very much. So, from your perspective, it's tied into God being the one who is a creator who has created you for a reason. And if you're a Christian, you understand this better. People, I'm talking to viewers now. If you are a Christian, you understand it better that we're all born with a purpose. We're not just here to mark time or feel the earth for no reason. We're here for a reason, and that reason is in God. So thank you very much. We can hear from what she has said that she has a purpose in God, what God wants her to do. There may be other people from other religions or other faith or other um, understanding who think, well, my own purpose is actually from something else. So if you have a different thought, I'm talking to viewers now and those who will be watching this video afterwards, we've ended the live. If you have a different thought, please write it in the chat. Let's write in the comments. Let's hear from you. Let's know what actually drives you. Let's know what it means to live with purpose. And it will be nice to learn from everyone else. So thank you very much for that contribution. It takes me to the next one, and that is, what does being rich mean to you? Is it about money, time, freedom, influence, social media, cars? What does it actually mean to you? And what do you think it means to other people? So let's strike a balance here from your interaction with other Gen Zs. What do you think it means to them? And then you bring it down to yourself. What does it mean to you?
Okay, ma. Being rich is being stable in all areas of life. A lot of people believe being rich is you being stable in a financial way, like you having money, like money in
Mm,
hand. But being rich is being stable in all areas of life. It does not just deal with money alone. You be freedom to do things you like, freedom to be with people you love, freedom
mm,
to keep positive relationships with people that, yes, you feel you add value to your life.
mm,
I personally, I feel being rich is being stable financially, mentally, economically, in all areas of life, not just being rich because being having money in one's hand or stuff like that,
mm.
but being stable in all areas of life. That's how I
Okay.
view being rich as.
Okay. Thank you very much, GTT. So you said being rich to you means having stability in every aspect of life, not just in money or anything else other people see as. So welcome here, uh, Mr. T. I'll call you TS. Welcome, TS. Thank you very much for joining us today. I know it's your first time here, but I know you got words for us. So I will start with the first question I asked the other guest, and that was, what does purpose, living with purpose, mean to you? What does it mean to your Gen Zs, and what does it mean to you personally? So from a brother's perspective, and then narrow it down to yourself. What does it mean? Yes, TS. Oh, can you? Oh, he's gone. All right. Okay. All right. No worries. We will. I'm sure maybe you wanted to. Okay, it's joined back in. Yes. For some reason, we lost you there, TS. So yes, TS. Do you want to tell us, what does living with purpose mean to you personally? Oh, it keeps going off. All right, you know what? Let's carry on. Let's carry on. So, being rich to you means freedom to be stable. I actually wanted Tears to talk before I ask you the last question, but as it is, we will just carry on. Yes, and the final question to you, GTT, is, how do your goals differ from your parents' or grandparents' dreams for you? Do you think it's different?
Yes, ma. it may be different and it may not be different. In my perspective, a lot of parents feel what they felt like, what they wish they should have achieved. They feel or they will try to bring that thing out in their offspring. For example, if a person has tried a lot to be a medical doctor or, or a lot more, then giving birth to a child, they believe, yes, I was not able to become this, my daughter must become this. But when the daughter is someone that talks a lot or 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 something like that. For example, if the daughter or the son is someone that talks a lot, obviously, God, yeah, obviously, that person, that child has a line going to the arts class, heading towards being a lawyer, being a journalist, and a lot more. So I feel a lot of parents believe no, they should be the ones to decide for their children, which is wrong. The best thing to do is to study a child, notice things that the child loves doing or the child have interest or passion for. Then you can now see it aligned to the with the will of the child. Some people feel because my child is good in science courses, or my child is good in math, accounting courses, it should be an accountant or a doctor or a nurse, which is not meant to be. You should ask the child for his or her own decision. Then study the child. Let's know, yes, study the child, know what the child likes or has passion for. That's my belief in my way, my belief in that question. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. So, from what has been said, you can hear from GTT saying, well, her own understanding of how goals that parents set or grandparents set for their children differs, is that most, well, not most, not some or most, some, let us say some believe that the children should be able to live their, I mean, their own dreams. Meaning, if a parent wanted to be like, let's say, an engineer and they couldn't for some reason or the other, maybe they didn't have the finances, they expect that their children will be the ones to take on that role. So that is one way of thinking about goals for children. But there is another way she has pointed out, that GTT has just pointed out to us, and that is studying a child to know what exactly, rather than imposing what they should do, we are, parents are guiding, are kind of helping them discover, rather than saying, oh, this is what you should become. They are rather helping to guide them, look at what their interests are, look at what fascinates them more, look at um, you know, what they would want to do. Sometimes children, people might choose wrong things to say that's what they want to do, but the parents are there to guide and not impose what their goals are on the children. I think having a chat, we've already talked about communication with others. So thank you very much for this, GTT. While I have TS here, I'll go back to the first question. Thank you very much for, you know, trying every way to just keep logging in, even though the internet keeps throwing you out. TS, thank you very much. So, what does living with purpose mean to you personally? If you can tell
Hello,
us.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you for joining us.
Okay. So I think living with purpose means that you're you're able to do what you enjoy.
Hmm.
So it's not like you're just by yourself. Like you're able to do what you enjoy and you're able to do it with people you love. So like whether in the future with your family or having people around you and or friends, or whether it's your job, you're enjoying what you're doing, that's like living with purpose for me. And like
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
also being able to like help others, um not just like what you're doing is just like benefiting you only, like maybe helping other, maybe people who are not as privileged as you or whatever the situation is, just helping others. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, your definition of living with purpose is doing what you enjoy, what you would, love to do. That when you're waking up from sleep, you're happy to do it. So that is your definition of living with purpose. Thank you very much for that. I will go to the next question, which GTT has also answered. It says, "What does being rich mean to you? Is it about money, time, freedom, influence, or all of that? What does being rich mean to you?"
Um, I think for most people, it most likely mean just money, but for me, I would say it's more of an all-round thing because for me, being rich, if you're having money, I don't really have time to enjoy the money. What's the point? So
Mm,
that freedom aspect is also there, like having the time to enjoy yourself too is also very important in like the definition for being rich for me. So I think that's the best way I can describe it.
So, can you recap that? So, being rich for you is something you enjoy, or what?
Being rich, being rich is um being able to, like, you have the financial capacity, the freedom, the time, like the
Mm,
space to do what you want with, like, whatever whatever you want to do, like
okay.
enjoying yourself in your free time or whatever. Because whether it's like sometimes working so much and then not having time to enjoy yourself, you're not
Mm,
really rich. You're just like
mm,
having money.
yeah.
So it's not something that I would really see as being rich.
All right, great. That's great wisdom. Thank you very much. So you can hear from TS saying, being rich, yes, it includes money, it includes time, freedom, all of these things mentioned. It's not one without the other. So being rich is when you enjoy um, that money you have amassed for yourself. Because many people are rich, but they're still struggling with different things, struggling to get the money, no time for family, no time for this, and they're one-sided, and they're not really enjoying that money as much as. So being rich is more than just money. It's about having all of those things, even the freedom to choose when you want to spend the money and how you want to spend it, and even the time to do so. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally, I know our time is nearly up. We said we're going to do just 20 minutes today. Finally, let me ask you, how do your goals differ from your parents' or grandparents' dreams for you? And the reason we ask this question is because GTT, the last guest, said something about parents who want their children to live the life they did not live, meaning maybe they had a career in mind they wanted to do, but due to finances they couldn't do it, so they will want their child to actually go into that career, either they like it or not. So my question is, in your own perspective of Gen Zs generally, because I know you've been in school, you've had interactions with other Gen Zs, and there's a tendency to understand how your people think, how your generation thinks. So my question is, how do the goals that parents and grandparents have for Gen Zs generally, how does it differ from what they actually want? And so that's on a general level. Then we go to your own level. How do you think um, your parents' goals and grandparents' goals for you differ from yours? Over to you. Thank you.
Okay, so um the what we want
Mm,
sometimes differs from our parents' own, in the sense that, like, we know where we're strong at, we know what our interests are, but sometimes our parents don't see it because
mm.
maybe they may just think that we're always on our phones, like actually important.
Sorry, go ahead. Did I cut you off? Oh, Okay, the internet has actually played up there. All right, so we will just carry on. We will carry on. We'll expect him back. His internet has been playing up for a little while now. So we've heard from our Gen Zs. We see that yes, they have actually told us that their parents' goals sometimes differ, and we are seeing the reason. We're seeing how it can actually how that we can actually strike a balance. Over to you, TS. You can continue.
Sorry, I logged off. Um,
Yes.
yeah, I was saying that sometimes like they may just cover up whatever we're doing on our phone and think we're not doing something productive. But sometimes we're actually learning something. Sometimes we may see animations and all that interest us, but they may just think it's distracting. So sometimes they don't really like pay attention to our interest when they're like thinking about how our future. Sometimes they just think it's the academics that matter. But then on a personal level, I think luckily for me, my parents were not too bad with this. So um I mean they actually tried to understand.
Okay. The internet has gone off again, and I have T on. T, are you there? Are you there, T? Are you there? All right. Because our time is actually up, I would. I know he was saying something about being fortunate that his own parents understand. You know, they've made effort to understand his interest, and they're working in line. So their working is a collaboration, is a teamwork, and that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be a teamwork where the child comes up with what they think they want to do, and the parents also see reason why it will help them to flourish in that or blossom in that career, and they work together to make it happen rather than imposing. And that is what the generations before now have actually done. They just look at the child and say, okay, maybe you should do this because we don't have a doctor in our family, or we don't have a lawyer in the family, so you be the doctor. And they start apportioning all this, even when none of the children will be able to do any of those. And if I may say, in the African setting also, we know that the major the major um, careers people go into. There are three main careers, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is a medical doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. Those three. If it's not those three, then you're playing. But now, funny enough, you even see some parents who want their children to be footballers because that is where the money is. So the culture is kind of shifting from just working hard and just having a name to actually getting what will sustain you for now and for the future, what will sustain your family, because we know what the economies in different places are about. So I would ask TS to actually do a bit of rounding up of what he was trying to tell us before the internet kicked him out. Over to you, TS.
Okay, yeah, so I think generally some parents just don't align their interest with their child's interests and try to understand. But then on a personal level, my parents have tried to do that too, although not perfect, but they have tried. So that's the recap.
Thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you for finding time. Like we said, this is the last topic for this series. We may bring it up again. I don't know when, but as we see deem fit. So thank you very much for finding time to join us. And I know you're very busy. Even though you're on holiday, you have other things you've been doing. You have to take time off to attend this, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you very much, TS. The same thing to GTT, the same thing to R, and the same thing to Mr. T as well, who joined like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Thank you all for joining us. It is so refreshing to have you here. Thank you. And this is where we call it a day. But remember, tomorrow we have another one, and that is going to be. Let me put that on the screen so you can see. We have something for No, not this one. We have something regarding people who are struggling. Yeah, so we have this one on from postgraduate visa to UK founder in 12 weeks. There's a program organized by Mr. Rafael Ajani, and he is doing a program. It ends on this on I think this week. It ends this not this week, next week. It ends next week. He's doing a program for a few people who think, oh, I have just finished my postgraduate study. What do I do next? And then you see them going into the other professions that they didn't study for. So he is coming up with a program to help people actually go from being a postgraduate into having a postgraduate visa into being a founder. So that is you creating the job rather than looking for a job. You creating the job. That is a way to also have your stay in this country. So thank you very much for watching. And this is where we call it a day. Thank you. See you tomorrow for those who will be joining in. And if you have any questions for us, for the Gen Zs, please write in the comments. I am signing out. And before I sign out, I'll just like to recap what we have said. A big thank you again to our Gen Z voices who have brought the truth and the clarity and the courage to even have this conversation. I'm sure not many of them would want to. That's why we actually had to make it audio and not video, so that sometimes our perspectives change on life, and you don't want to be embarrassed at what you've said before. And sometimes you say, oh, I should have done that, I should have said that, but everyone's identity is protected here. So you've reminded us that ambition doesn't have to actually look like the way it was in the older generation. Your ambition is valid, and that money and success and that money and success are no longer one size fits all. And to the adults tuning in, thank you for leaning in with curiosity and not criticism. Thank you for putting on the hat of we listen, we don't judge. These kinds of conversation are how we actually build bridges and not walls. So let's walk away today with a deeper respect for each other's perspectives and a renewed commitment to supporting young people in living with purpose, even if that purpose looks different from your own. Remember, every generation is a response to the one before it. And when you truly listen, we grow together. Until next time, stay open, stay kind, and keep the conversation growing, because that is what we need now. We need many Gen Zs to come out and tell us how they think, what they think, and let us build a stronger community together. See you tomorrow on the other talk. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. This is Women signing out.
Have you subscribed to my Welcome to Dr. Bummy Able TV, where we inspire and inform you endlessly, with knowledge to guide, uplift, and grow. Thank you for joining, it's a journey, let's go. To all the new subscribers, welcome aboard. We're so glad you're here, there's so much in store. Returning friends, thank you once again. Together we'll learn and share the game. From wisdom to insight, each video's a gift, helping you rise, giving your spirit a lift. So hit that subscribe, stay tuned to see all the great things on Dr. Bummy Able TV. To all the new subscribers, welcome aboard. We're so glad you're here, there's so much in store. Returning friends, thank you once again. Together we'll learn and share the game. To all the new subscribers, welcome aboard. We're so glad you're here, there's so much in store. Returning friends, thank you once again. Together we'll learn and share the game.